Henry Nouwen, he's a famous kind of Christian thinker, wrote about a conversation which helped him to think about interruptions as something other than a bother. And he writes this: while visiting the University of Notre Dame, where I had been a teacher for a few years, I met an older, experienced professor who had spent most of his life there. And while we strolled over the beautiful campus, he said with a certain melancholy in his voice, "You know, my whole life I've been complaining that my work was constantly interrupted until I discovered that my interruptions were my work." And I think sometimes in our tendency and desire to be productive, which is not bad, I think we forget people. I think we forget, in the midst of a task, why we're doing what we're doing. This happens for me often. It doesn't happen to Jesus, the God of the universe, who is on his way to the cross, stops, and he's like, "Hey, is there anything I can do for you?" And so, what I'm trying to say here is that in the midst of the task, he doesn't forget why he's doing what he's doing. Broken, hurting, helpless people. He wants them and he's after them. And as he's doing what God has called him to do, he doesn't forget why he's doing what he's doing. And a person who has a sustained yes doesn't forget why they're doing what they're doing. In the midst of the task, they don't ignore what they're really in it for. We get so focused on the task, so focused on providing for our families, so focused on planting a church, that we can forget, even in ministry, why we are doing what we're doing. People meeting the God who would stop and take a call. A God willing to be interrupted.
When you like and subscribe, this video reaches more people.